Tonight, a local university sees an increase in tuition. We will tell you which one.
One person is dead and 16 more injured after a mass shooting at Tuskegee University.
And tonight, more about a free new detox program here in Denton.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Today we celebrate and remember those who served in the armed forces. Here in Denton this morning, a memorial service was held at the Denton Square. Veterans Day marks the end of World War I more than 100 years ago. In 1947, it officially became Veterans Day to honor all American veterans in all wars and conflicts. Congress passed that legislation and making it a national holiday. Good evening and thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Deja Jackson.
And I'm Drew Maurer. Today we honor veterans of all American conflicts, and while that is an important duty for us, it can also bring up difficult emotions for those who have served in the military. There are many ways to support our veterans, both on a large scale and here at UNT. We begin our coverage with CNN's Mandy Gaither.
It's a day to honor veteran service, sacrifice, and contributions to this country. But for some, it can be bittersweet.
It becomes very, very personal for a lot of people, especially when they've lost friends and loved ones.
Dr. Charles Weber is a retired Army Lieutenant Colonel, psychiatrist, and founder of Family Care Center, which provides mental health support to veterans and their families. He says those who have been deployed to combat zones can have an especially hard time being forced to face certain feelings.
I think a lot of it is a struggle for each one of the individual veterans that kind of get to marinate in some of their past and some of their past loss.
Weber says it's okay to thank a veteran you don't know well, but he says if a loved one has served, to get personal with your gratitude, give them your time, guide them to helpful resources, and help them stay connected to others.
If you know of a vet and they're isolating and they're staying away or they're kind of holding up, is to really do more than thank you for your service, is to kind of reach out, checking up on them, inviting them to that barbecue, inviting them to that time to kind of reconnect with that which we've sacrificed for.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
UNT prides itself in supporting a number of specific groups, and veterans are no exception. Avery Callens is out by the Student Affairs Veteran Service office with more on how UNT is one of the best schools for veterans to attend. Avery.
Thanks, Deja. Transitioning from military to campus life can be difficult, and that is why UNT has dedicated part of this very office to help with that very transition. But this isn't the only way the university is helping out its student veterans. The university has been recognized as a Purple Heart University by the Military Order of the Purple Heart. This is for their continued support of injured veterans and their families. But these aren't the only acclamations the university has, as they have 4 other national recognitions for its support of veterans. Now, there are a number of ways to commemorate Veterans Day all over North Texas today. Unfortunately, the event here in Denton has already come and passed, and it was called Veterans on the Square. However, you can still take a small trip out to Frisco, Texas, where veterans can experience a free round of golf. And remember, if you are a student veteran or know of a student veteran, this office is available to you all year round. Now, the lights are off right now because it does close at 5 p.m., but it opens bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. These hours remain the same throughout Monday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., right here in Sage Hall 236. Now, that's all I have here in Sage Hall. Back to you guys at the desk.
Yeah, thanks, Avery. Well, Deja, it's been such a nice day outside. I mean, I didn't even have to bring my jacket today.
I know, it's been so nice out, and it feels like fall now. Let's check it over to our weather anchor, Angelique Black, to see if it's going to stay like this for the rest of the night.
Thanks, Drew and Deja. Unfortunately, it's definitely not going to stay like that. Current conditions right now is 65, although it does feel that way. Running into tonight, that's where you probably want to go ahead and have your sweaters. It's going to be 57 degrees, and it's going to feel like that. So for the ones that are not used to the cold weather, go ahead and have a sweater. Rolling into tomorrow, it's going to be looking pretty good, rising back up to 74 degrees, so you'll be okay. Won't need a sweater at all. Back to you at the desk.
Yeah, thanks, Angelique. Some college students here in Denton are getting some unwelcome news. Their tuition is about to go up, but it's actually not happening here at UNT. The Board of Regents at Texas Women's University, or TWU, voted to approve a nearly 4% tuition increase starting in the fall of next year. That means a TWU undergraduate student who takes 15 credit hours will have to pay an additional $108. Graduate students will also see their tuition go up, but not as much, and their rate will increase about 2.79%. Students here at UNT have not seen their tuition go up in several years. In fact, the last increase happened back in 2016. The state legislature approved extra funding for public schools last year. That kept in-state tuition unchanged through the end of the current school year.
While our tuition is holding steady when it comes to driving around campus, it's anything but smooth sailing. The big question is, of course, is when is it all going to be finished? Here's what I found.
We all love the outcome, but we all hate the sound. The construction you see at UNT is under a 2019 bond program that provides funding for several roads for construction improvements.
It's almost like the construction just doesn't end. It doesn't. And every time that you come back, there's just a new thing.
The roads are fixed depending on their scale of a 0 to 100 overall condition index score. When these roads reach below a 40, these roads look like this.
Construction is kind of messy, and you got to kind of keep doing it. So trying to keep it moving, trying to get it done as quickly as possible, but really focusing on trying to do those major streets during the summer hours.
Bonnie Bray Street is the longest ongoing project with 3 phases. When it's done, it'll be divided in 4 lanes for smoother traffic, but that won't be until 2026.
As much as construction here is difficult, it is needed because, again, without construction, it'd be even more difficult trying to dodge potholes and all this.
The city of Denton has a construction website that tells you when the road project starts and when it should be completed. Right now, 60 roads are set to be worked on, 75 in progress, and 16 completed. Visit the website to know all the projects in the city of Denton to know which roads to avoid when driving.
As you can see, construction is just getting started with several roads to complete. That means it may be a while before we have a construction-free campus.
Coming up, the cost of climate change has skyrocketed around the world. We'll show you the mind-blowing numbers.
And in Denton's first free detox center is open for business. We'll explain how that's helping people in need.
Looking to open a free checking or savings account but don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Tonight, the investigation into a mass shooting on a college campus continues. Yesterday, during an unauthorized homecoming party at Tuskegee University in Alabama, a man opened fire with a handgun with a machine gun conversion on it. Dozens of gunshots rang out, leaving one person dead and 16 others injured. It is not clear yet what led to the shooting, which sent a large crowd scrambling and was captured on several videos posted on social media. A suspect was captured as he was leaving the campus. 25-year-old Jacques Myrick faces a federal gun charge. But so far, he is not charged with murder, and it's still not clear why the shooting occurred.
Firefighters are trying to put out a dangerous wildfires that have been put millions of people at risk on both U.S. coasts. A fire burning in New York and New Jersey is being fueled by a historic drought and strong winds. An 18-year-old forest ranger volunteer was killed fighting that fire. And on the West Coast, firefighters are trying to keep a much larger wildfire from spreading in Southern California. It has destroyed more than 170 buildings. Many people returned home over the weekend to see what they lost. Crews still have a long way to go before the California fires is contained.
Wildfires are just one of the many extreme climate-related events, and the damages are costly. More to tell us about the pricey effects and damage of our climate is ntTV's Maddie Holston. Maddie?
Thanks, Drew. You're right. Climate change is a constant and ever-changing issue, and in the past decade, it's been extreme. Over $2 trillion is the result of climate-related damage from 2014 to 2023. Now, over 4,000 extreme weather events have been recorded, and the losses are plentiful. The International Chamber of Commerce estimates the $2 trillion worth of damage from the combination of destruction of homes, businesses, infrastructure, and human productivity. The damage in itself is a result of global climate change and the extreme weather events like wildfires, flooding, and temperature. Officials are pushing to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and pollutions that contribute to these issues. Now, this large sum of money is set to rise if climate change does too. And you may have felt it, we had the hottest summer ever recorded this year, and so it's time to make a mean green change and do something good for the environment. That's all I have. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Maddie. The cost resulting from the damages of climate change has encouraged the UNT community to help. Our segment anchor Kayla Bumpus has information on a group of students that are banding together to do just that.
Green is a club of students that share a deep concern for the well-being of our planet. The club is open to anyone interested and focuses on teaching sustainable everyday practices and being kind to the earth. That's all I have for you this week. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. Well, luckily for the Be Green crew, it is a fantastic day outside today.
It sure is, and hopefully it stays that way throughout the week. Angelique Black is here with a full look at our forecast.
Thank you, guys. So I know, again, you guys have been hitting me with all the questions of what's to come for this week and the weather. So let's talk about it. Going into our North Texas, we have Gainesville at 56 degrees, Sherman at 57, and Denton 65. Going into Decatur at 60 degrees, and Bowie at 55. Going lower here for Fort Worth, Texas, and Dallas 61. Rolling into our region, we have 53 for Amarillo, Oklahoma City 65 along with Denton, so we're in a tie as of right now. Austin taking somewhat of the lead of 66 degrees, and Houston, of course, as always, taking it with 68. Now going into our 7-day forecast for the week, We definitely have Tuesday and Wednesday at 74 and 75 with 8% chance of rain, so we'll be okay there. Going into Thursday and Friday, it's definitely going to be sunny. So we're going to be, yes, in the lower ends of the 70s, 69, 70s. The weekend, please make sure that you have your rain boots and your rain coat. It's going to be in the 70s. It's definitely going to be raining on Sunday and Monday. So please note, if you want to take care of your hair, make sure you have that umbrella as well. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks so much, Angelique. A new program to support people struggling with drug addiction here in North Texas is now being offered in Denton. Our live reporter Julia Ham has more. Julia?
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Solutions of North Texas to learn a little bit more about Denton's first free drug and alcohol detox program. Solutions is a nonprofit organization that supports people who are struggling with drug and alcohol addiction in the local area. I'm here with Scott Weisenbaker to find out a little bit more about Solutions and the new drug detox program that they have to offer. So, Scott, why don't you tell me a little bit about Solutions and what y'all do here and just kind of the overall mission that y'all have?
So, we're a nonprofit treatment center. We've been here for just about 20 years. I house 66 men and women, 2 families, and I have about 120 people in clinical outpatient services. And now we have our detox program.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this detox program is the first of its kind in this area. So tell me a little bit about how you guys were able to start it and to make it a free program.
Well, we have some friends that run the Magdalene House down in Dallas, and they've been doing an alcohol detox for women for years at no cost. And it's something we've always wanted to do as a nonprofit. We feel that services should be affordable and accessible, and detox typically runs about $1,000 a night. So this is something that's very important to us. We've partnered with Texas Health so that if somebody is beyond our abilities, we can transfer them to the hospital. But this is desperately needed, especially right now with so many people having such a problem with fentanyl on the streets. It's needed.
Amazing. Well, just with that, how can people in the area find you and reach out to have access to your programs?
So the best way would be to call our office at 940-898-6202, or they can go online and sontx.org, or they can just Google Solutions of North Texas.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Scott. And make sure to reach out to Solutions if you or anyone that you know might be interested in any of their programs. That's all I have. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Julia. After the break, we've got the latest on a hunt for dozens of escaped monkeys.
Plus, a group of strangers works together to rescue a baby animal in a tough spot. We have the video you have to see to believe.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and it's hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up!
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
This week, people around the world will celebrate the impact on a smile acts on generosity. Wednesday is the World Kindness Day, which can benefit the entire planet and our health. Our segment anchor Elizabeth Moreno is here with a preview. Elizabeth.
Thank you, Deja. World Kindness Day is coming up this week, and according to research, kindness is not just good for the recipient, but also beneficial to the giver. You see, when we perform acts of kindness, we release oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which helps lower blood pressure and increase levels of serotonin and dopamine, which are neurotransmitters that help boost our mood and satisfactory feelings. All of this improves overall health. Would you look at that? All of those benefits from being a kind person. And you too can take part in obtaining these benefits and contributing to making the world a kinder place. This Wednesday, November 13th, you can choose from one of many simple ways to get involved, including helping a neighbor, complimenting peers, or giving your local time to local charities, nonprofit organizations through volunteer work. Another great way is through teaching kindness to the little ones that surround us to spread positivity and ultimately keeping in mind all of the acts of kindness and positivity that we have experienced and paying it forward. That's all I have for you guys today. It's back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, there is some positive news from South Carolina where crews have been on the hunt for dozens of escaped monkeys. 43 of them got away from a research facility last week. Authorities found 25 of them over the weekend, but they're still looking for the other 18. Search crews believe those monkeys did not get far from the facility. They say these animals are probably harmless, but are urging people who live in that area to make sure their windows stay closed and locked.
It's possible those monkeys took off their way to Oz, just like the flying monkeys in Wicked. As we get ready for the movie musical to hit the theaters, there is a big problem with some Wicked products. The film's doll line has been pulled from the store shelves and websites. Toy manufacturer Mantle meant to have the official website on the Wicked movie on their package, but they realized a link to an adult website was printed on the packaging. Instead, Mantle says it regrets the error and it's taking immediate action to fix. Although the dolls have been recalled, there are already dozens being resold on sites like eBay with the starting prices of $40. Drew, did you catch the Cowboys game yesterday? It looks like they were struggling without Dak.
Well, they were struggling with him too, Deja. But let's check in with our sports anchor, Jordan Lindsay, and hopefully get some better news. Jordan?
Well, Drew, sorry, I don't have any. There was some tough losses around the area this weekend. UNT, the Mavs, and obviously the Cowboys. I'll recap all of them after the break.
What's wrong? Are you stuck in your paper?
Pretty much. I haven't written anything in like an hour.
Why don't you check out the Writing Center at UNT?
Well, how do I meet up with them?
All you have to do to make an appointment is visit the Writing Center's website and either call the number or email writingcenter@unt.edu. The appointment is 30 minutes long, and the trained tutors will be able to help with brainstorming, correcting grammar, ensuring clarity, and a wide range of services. They also do walk-in appointments.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna check them out.
So, when's this paper due?
30 minutes.
For more information, visit the UNT Writing Center's website.
Yeah, it's 6 pages.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
The UNT football team faced a tough challenge this past Saturday from an undefeated Army team. The Mean Green took a 3-point lead in the first quarter, but the Black Knights responded with a rushing touchdown from quarterback Bryson Daly. The Army went on to score another touchdown to take a 14-3 lead. UNT failed to respond, throwing 2 red zone interceptions in the fourth quarter. The Mean Green will head to the Alamo Dome this Friday to play UTSA. The Dallas Cowboys suffered a huge loss yesterday afternoon against the Philadelphia Eagles. Backup quarterback Cooper Rush made his first start this season, filling in for the injured Dak Prescott. Rush threw for just 45 yards and no touchdowns. The Eagles dominated the second half of the game and won in a blowout 34-6. The Cowboys will play primetime again next Monday when they host the Houston Texans. The Dallas Mavericks lost a nail-biter against the Denver Nuggets last night. Mavs point guard Kyrie Irving was the leading scorer with 43 points, but missed a potential game-winning three-point shot at the buzzer. The Mavericks will play their first game of the NBA Cup tournament tomorrow night against the Golden State Warriors. That is all I have for sports. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. An incredible animal rescue was caught on camera in Hawaii. An amazing group of strangers worked hard to save that baby goat that was stranded on a cliff for several days. Stephanie Lum has the unbelievable video.
This baby goat had been stuck on this Waianae cliff all alone for 4 days on a mountain behind the Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center. HFD, DLNR, and the Humane Society all said they couldn't rescue it. Just as hope began to fade, entered the power of social media.
He saw the Hawaii News Now Instagram post and he's like, look, there's a goat. Looks like he's stuck. I'm a sucker for baby animals or animals in general. So I was like, we need to go get this goat.
Govinda Hansen of Kailua wasn't the only one.
A swarm of people sending me the post on Hawaii News Now, like, go save this goat, Caleb.
And then Caleb also had climbing gear, so I was like, we can do it. Let's go get him.
On our way to save little goat. So off they went. Govinda, her husband Ben, brother-in-law Travis, and Caleb. The avid hikers carefully made their way up the steep terrain.
We weren't exactly sure how big of a cliffside it was, and we wanted to get in there as quick as possible just because it had been there already for like 4 days. It seemed already like super skittish.
Once they were within the goat's reach, they used an apple and the drone to distract it.
And just let him sit there and, oh, boom, grab him.
It took 45 minutes to bring the baby goat down.
Look at his little goatee.
Good job. So he just bear hugged the little guy all the way down the mountainside.
I was very relieved and happy that we got him safely.
He's
a kid.
Whoa.
And we named him Bala. Bala means white in complexion. He's beautiful.
Bala is now at Aloha Sanctuary, safe at last.
And he's happy. We put him down in the grass and just like chilled there. So he seems to be doing good.
Stephanie Lum, Hawaii News Now.
Oh my gosh, Deja, I was on the edge of my seat watching that. Poor guy had no food, no water.
I know.
We finally got him down. So sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Just so heartwarming.
It's so beautiful, a beautiful thing.
Well, thank you for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here at North Texas Television.